Name, what surgery you had, and about how far out you are.
Okay, so my name is John. My surgery was June 2nd of 2015. That's 20 months ago.
Yeah.
And I had the roux-en-Y.
Oh, excellent. And then how much weight have you lost?
My high point was 290 pounds.
Okay.
And now I'm about 200, 210. I was just on a cruise, so I just gained a little weight, so I got to take it back off.
So you lost 80 or 90 pounds.
Right. That's the equivalent of 2 sandbags.
2 sandbags.
2 40-pound sandbags,
Right,
which I learned about how heavy they were about 3 weeks ago when I did some workout in the backyard.
And you maintained pretty well.
Yeah.
And you just went on a cruise, all-you-can-eat cruise. That must have been
Yeah,
nutty.
that was tough.
Why?
Well, I mean, it's all you can eat. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you go to dinner and they ask you, how many lobster tails would you like? 3, 4, 5? You know,
What'd you say?
I got 2, gave 1 to my buddy that was there.
Yeah.
So I had 1, and that was it. That was my whole dinner, but
Yeah.
it was plenty.
Nice. And then you said you gained a little weight on the cruise. How much you gained?
Total about 10 pounds.
10 pounds. And then are you worried about that?
Yeah, I want to take it back off.
How are you going to do that?
Go back to my regular routine. You know.
Well, what's that?
Well, my breakfast usually includes some cold cuts, you know, a piece of cheese, and some decaf tea.
Sure.
Lunch is a very small lunch. I'll have a snack, maybe some cheese in between breakfast and lunch. I'll have a snack in the afternoon.
Sure.
You know, and then a dinner. We usually go out for dinner, so usually I go to restaurants that have a nice appetizer menu.
Right.
Because if I have a regular menu, then I eat for like 3-4 days.
So you order off the appetizer menu. And they'll give me something you'd order off an appetizer menu.
Steamed clams.
Really? And
Yeah.
that's a dinner?
That's basically it. That and a small salad.
Like an appetizer-sized portion?
Yeah, yeah, it's small dinner salad, and it's an appetizer of small steamed clam.
So gaining 10 pounds doesn't throw you off. You're just like,
No.
I just got to lock it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. And about how long do you think it'll take to lose the 10 pounds?
If I really concentrate, it'll take me 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, in the past, you dieted a ton before surgery, as I recall.
Yes, I did.
And so losing 10 pounds was doable then.
Oh, sure.
Why is this different?
It's not any different.
Interesting.
You know, I mean, you know, before the surgery, I had the liquid shakes.
Yeah.
You know, beef broth. I mean, I can do that. That's pretty extreme.
Right.
But
so
I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do back to my regular, you know, lighter menu. You know, I don't pig out at lunch and dinner.
Sure.
You know, so.
So interesting. So it's more feasible with just normal, getting back to your normal routine.
That's
There's
correct.
no extreme dieting.
No extreme dieting.
Now,
no.
you had some medical problems before. What was wrong with you before surgery?
Let's see. Well, I had hypertension. I had cholesterol issues. I was diabetic. I was taking pills and insulin shots. Back problems. You know, I had a hard time breathing, going upstairs, going downstairs. You know, and working out in the backyard was just totally impossible.
Impossible. So diabetic, hypertension, back problems, high cholesterol,
Right.
totally immobile. When you went to a grocery store, did you always look for the closest parking space?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Do you have a handicap thing?
I don't know.
No, you didn't? Okay.
No.
Did you? No?
No, I didn't.
So how are those problems doing? Let's go. Diabetes, hypertension,
All
cholesterol.
gone.
All gone.
All gone. Ever since the surgery, all I had is vitamins, you know, multivitamins, vitamin B12, some stuff for hair, you know, hair and nail stuff.
Yeah, I failed that.
You failed. You failed. Yeah, yeah. You need the extra large
Exactly.
dose. Yeah.
So all your medical problems, so no medications
No,
afterwards?
no medication
You were
afterwards.
taking what, 6 or 8 before? How much were you taking before?
Of what?
Of everything. You were taking a lot of pills before.
Oh yeah, I was taking. Let's see, it was 2 diabetic pills, 1 of the hypertension, 1 for cholesterol, so that's 4.
Yeah, plus the
plus
shots.
the insulin shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, what does your doctor say to you now?
You can't believe it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he calls me the new John.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. That's a great title. You should get that as your license plate.
There you go.
That's excellent. And then, what's the best part about it?
Best part about it is I feel great.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, literally I have energy that I never had before. You know, I don't feel like I'm starving. As a matter of fact, you know, one night on the cruise I ate a little too much and I did get sick. I mean, I didn't throw up or anything. I
Just felt terrible.
Just felt terrible. I mean, I thought I was, you know, I was just full. I could tell. You know,
Really?
So,
Show them with your hands how big your meal is now.
I don't know, about that big.
Like just like one handful.
Yeah, yeah.
you're
Usually, like
full.
if I have a hamburger, I'll have like if I go to Red Robin and have a hamburger with my wife and grandkids.
Yeah.
I'll have half a hamburger. You know, if I don't want a hamburger, I'll have a cup of chili.
Really? And that's
You know,
enough?
and that's it.
So
That's
you
all
don't
I
feel
need.
like you're dieting?
No.
Interesting. Now, you said before working out in your backyard was impossible. What's that like now?
Easy.
Really?
I can do it without any issues.
Really, no help?
I saved a little money. I stopped using the lawn service.
Really? So you do
Yeah.
your own lawn?
Yeah,
That's great
sure.
exercise, too.
Yeah.
That's really good. Now, how about grandkids?
Well, I can pick them up.
Is it more fun?
Oh, sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
So
know,
you're
it's
active.
More energy. Yeah. Well,
What was it like with them before?
it was hard. I mean, it was really hard. Now they were younger, you
Yeah.
know. So and actually now they're more, you know, they're more physical. You know, so I can handle that. It's not hard.
Interesting.
And that was one of my decisions I made when I had the surgery was, you know, I was retiring in 2015 in August, you know, and I was feeling lousy. I was, you know, huge, you know, my clothes were always tight, and I just didn't want to live that way in retirement.
Yeah.
You know, so it's totally transformed the way I live and the way I act and how I feel.
That's amazing. What's the worst thing about this whole experience?
Turkey neck, jowls.
Yeah. You were all filled out before.
Oh yeah, I mean I was blown up.
Yeah.
I mean we have a picture that shows that.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, I'm going to take care of this pretty soon. I think.
Good. You should do it. It's fun.
Yeah.
People are so happy.
Well, it's kind of scary because my wife doesn't know if she's going to recognize me.
Yeah, that's okay. She'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
What do you wish you knew? What's something that you wish that I told you or someone had told you beforehand that would have helped you either with your decision or how you've done afterwards? Because you've done a great job.
Mm-hmm.
What's your magic? Like, what do you wish you'd known?
I wish I had done it earlier.
What does that mean?
Instead of waiting until I was 65 years old, and I wish I had done it when I was 55 years old.
Okay.
You know, it's just that I should have done it earlier because I felt so much better afterwards.
Okay.
After I lost the weight after the surgery.
Sure. Anything you would do differently other
No.
than doing it earlier? No?
No, I mean,
Okay.
no, it was good that I did it. You know, I was always preoccupied with work and doing stuff, you know, earning a living.
Yeah.
You know, so now that I'm retired, you know, I exercise when I can.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a lot better. It feels better.
Now, when you were heading to retirement, you were doing that as a man who's morbidly obese.
Yeah.
Now you're retired and you're a man who is far from morbidly obese.
Right.
So that must be incredible. Like all your retirement plans were when you couldn't do stuff, but now you can do anything.
That's right.
That's unbelievable. What
Yeah.
a victory.
Yeah, it's huge.
That is huge. That is
You know,
really huge.
You know, honestly, it saved my life.
Yeah.
So that's why I look at it.
Any of your friends treat you differently?
No, they actually are very happy for me. They congratulate me, and they just can't believe that I look the way I look and I weigh the way how much I weigh.
You have good friends.
Yeah, I got a bunch of friends that are really very supportive.
Now your belt went from what to what?
Gosh, I was tight in the 46 belt,
Yeah.
and now I'm wearing a 36, 38.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I was tight in a 2XL.
Yeah.
Now I usually wear a large or an XL depending on who the manufacturer is.
Excellent.
You know, this shirt I think is a large. These pants are a 36.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's just great.
So is there anything that you doing now that totally surprised the heck out of you? Things that you do now that you didn't even imagine you'd be doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just more energetic.
Just
You know,
energy is a lot of it.
You know, when I go fishing, I enjoy that more.
Really?
It's not as big a hassle getting into the water and getting out of the water.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Putting
it's,
the waders on.
Yeah, putting waders on. I mean, it was a big struggle before.
Sure.
If I could find waders big enough to get into,
Yeah.
right? You know, so
That's fun.
yeah.
That's amazing. So what are your dreams? What's the story from here? What are you going to do with your life?
Well, I'm gonna race my car for one. You know
Yeah.
about that?
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna do a lot of fishing.
Tell me about racing the car.
Well, first of all, I can get into it a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know, where before my belly would hit the steering wheel.
Sure.
Now there's like a good foot between my belly and the steering wheel, and I haven't moved the seat back.
Yeah.
You know, so I enjoy that
Sure.
quite a bit. You know, I enjoy fishing, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a lot of that.
So how'd you choose us? Bariatric Surgery, Denver Center for Bariatric Surgery. You're a very savvy guy. You're a super bright guy, very resourceful with a lot of resources. Why'd you choose us?
Well, I went to I think 2-year seminars.
Okay. So you did a lot of research.
Yeah, I went to 2-year seminars, and I really liked what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I liked you as a doctor.
I liked you as a patient, so we're even.
Yes. So you know, and I felt good about doing it. I was comfortable doing it. Although I will tell you that all my friends at that point were doing things like sending me books, and try this diet, try that diet, do this, do that, and basically got to a point in time where I would just take the book, thank you very much, and put it on the shelf, and
Sure.
that would be the end of it, because I had done a number of diets before.
He's done everything.
Yeah, and they just never worked. I mean, they didn't work for only a short period of time, and then you gain all the weight back.
How do you feel the office accessibility is? A lot of times when people talk about their surgeons or their practice, whether they can get in and not, do you feel that's a problem?
Not at all. Not
Tell
at
me
all.
about that.
It's very friendly staff, easy to get into, easy to get appointments, easy to see you or your assistants. Amanda was great. Yeah, no issues at all.
What about this? And this is something I never ask about, but I like because you're a very good consumer of this. So sometimes you see me, sometimes you see my nurse practitioner, sometimes you see my nurse or my dietitian. How's that working? Do you feel kind of passed around?
No. I mean, it's natural. I mean, you have certain things that you do. You're the head guy there. And I don't need to see you every time.
Sure.
If I'm talking about a diet or if I'm talking about, my weight at that point. So there was never any issues with that. And the time that I did need you, remember I had the hematoma afterwards.
Right.
You were right there.
Yeah.
Like I remember what you said to me the day I came in. He said, "Don't make me get into you again." So
I know. I like to threaten my patients into
So that was a
wellness.
threat.
I like to threaten you into wellness.
Yeah, so that was a threat.
Well, that's good. Well, any issues or concerns? Like, there's nothing you would do differently.
Not a thing.
All right. Well, I'm extremely proud of you.
Yeah.
You've done great, and also you're in that second year, which I always say is the hardest year, because now this is you.
Right.
Before it was the miracle of you, and everyone's like,
Right.
"You're amazing." Now
Right.
it's like, hey, this is kind of us for who he is. And so, there's no reason you can't sustain this. What do you think your challenges are coming up?
Just behaving, just making sure that I don't eat more than I need to.
So that's your poison. So
So
you're
that's the
mindful.
key there. More than I need to. I mean, do I want to eat more? Sure. Do I like that chocolate brownie there? Sure. But I can get away with having a bite or two and not having that 5-ounce brownie.
Right.
Right. So the trick is is maintaining that. Is basically dealing with what my body feels I need versus what my eyes want to eat.
I like that. That's what
know.
I've said it a million different ways, but I never said it that well. Which is, seriously, because you said, if there's something I really want, I have a bite or two and get on with my life. I don't make it a part of my
exactly.
life. Boom. That's amazing. Thanks. Thanks for letting me
welcome.
take care of you.